All right. I got a new thing to keep me busy. So let's go take a look at that. It's over here. I haven't found a place to put it yet. But so far it's just sitting here in the shade. So, well, here's a little backstory. So, this back in the lawnmower junk pile. I've been using this for the last 10 or so years, ever since we've been here, to cut all the grass. We've got like 2.5 acres. And it did the job. It did okay, but it's kind of rough. There's a lot of bare spots, a lot of dirt and dust that kicks up, and this thing just had a rough time. So the other day I was cutting the grass, and normally I'm pretty good about maintaining this thing, and I try to change the oil every year, but I hadn't gotten to it yet, and apparently it's got a leak somewhere, because this year I started cutting grass and got through the whole yard almost. I'd say about 3/4 of the way through it, and it cut off because the engine locked up, and it turns out it had no oil in it. So I drained the oil, or I drained what might have been still in there, put some more oil in it. I let it cool off, and came outside with a breaker bar or something on this nut, try to break the engine loose, and I was able to do that, get it to where it would spin, and it'll turn over just fine. So it would turn over, but it wouldn't start. And I did a compression check, and it had absolutely zero. It didn't even move the gauge. So I knew there was a problem. I thought maybe the rings were stuck or something, a hole in a piston. But it turns out that when you turn the crank, that piston in there doesn't move anymore. And it's a twin, so there's two pistons that don't move, and that means either the crankshaft is broken, or both the connecting rods are broken. So I don't know which it is, but it's terminal. I might take it apart just to see what really happened, because I'm always curious about that. But anyway, so I had to find something to cut grass with. I didn't want to buy another riding lawnmower, because they're not cheap, and I feel like it wouldn't last. It'd last me 10 years and I have to buy another one. I wanted something to last a long time, and I had a bunch of other jobs to do around the yard. I got to finish. Ignore the junk pile that I'm having to store out here until I get my shop built. I got to finish leveling off this pad to get a shop built. And I had a stump over here. There's a stump over there. And I got a bunch of stumps over there that I need to get rid of. And I just have lots of landscaping things that I'm going to have to work on. So, I made a major decision, and we invested in something that can do a lot more work, and we got one of these. I decided on this because my neighbor has one, and he liked it so much, and it's lasted him 15 or 16 years, and hasn't given him a lot of trouble. So I decided it was worth it to suffer the pain up front, and just have something that I don't have to worry about, that I'll always have. I can't wear this thing out. It's too well built. So yeah, I've been using it for done a lot of stuff. I cleared out some limbs over there, kind of put those in a pile. I moved a bunch of dirt and rocks and stuff that I'd piled up for a couple years. We'll talk about it a little bit more, but I used it to, I should have recorded this, but I was too excited to just try it out. So I've got a video, I think I posted it, where I was leveling off this pad with my dad's tractor, and I had this stump in the way, and I dug around it and cut into it, trying to pull it out with my truck, and it wouldn't budge. I spent a lot of time on it, and it took me, I dug a little on this the first day for about an hour, and then with a little more practice with the backhoe, I came out yesterday. Yeah, I was out here yesterday and had it all dug up in like 2 hours. Maybe it was an hour and a half. I mean, it was way faster than trying to do it by hand, and it's got some pretty big chunks. So I'm waiting on, when I bought it, I got one other accessory. I asked for a manual thumb for the backhoe. So that I'm supposed to get tomorrow or the next day. And once I put that on, I'll be able to pick up these big hunks of tree stump and put them all in a pile and get rid of them. So, I mean, I could probably drag them out or use my truck or something, but, you know, I've got that thumb that I can use, and we'll just do that, because I can just pick them up, put them all in a pile, then turn around and scoop them all up with the bucket, or push them over to my burned pile of sticks. I had that pile over there. I've already burned some of it, but it was up against that tree, and it's been sitting there for a while with grass growing up between them, and I was able to just push it over there into a pile and start burning it. It was I've gotten a bunch of stuff done lately using this thing. It's great. And you know, while I might not use the loader and the backhoe all the time, I'll be cutting my grass with it every weekend. So and it makes quick work of that, because it's I gotta find a place to park this thing. It's just shouldn't be sitting out here. But that is a 42-inch cut, and this is 60 inches, which is almost 2 feet wider. And I cut my entire yard in like 2 hours the other day. I'm pretty sure that thing couldn't do that. And I have hills where that one would spin, and I had to shift my weight to try to get up the hills. And blades got eaten up like every year. It's just, I think it's just too harsh of an environment for that lawnmower. But this is 4-wheel drive. It's got power steering. And man, it'll cut as fast as you can drive. And I love it. So it's, you know, there's tons of videos talking about how, you know, all the features of these things, but I got the skid steer quick attach bucket because I knew I would want to get some different accessories to put on the front of there. I'm looking at making a grapple for picking up all these limbs that are always falling, so I might do a video or something about that, showing how I get some pieces cut and make me a kind of a small lightweight grapple for this thing. And I've had the loader off once. Loader and backhoe have been off once. It took like 10 minutes to take them off the first time I tried it. So probably even faster once I've done it a couple times. But yeah, so I got big plans for this thing. I'll probably make some more videos of me doing stuff. Once I get that thumb in, I'll probably maybe make a video of putting that on and coming out here and cleaning this hole up and filling it in. So, but yeah, so there's another thing to make videos about. And, but that's pretty much it for now. I'm going to let it take a break today and wait for that thumb to get here, and then I can get back to work on it. I got other stuff I need to do today. All right.